Hey everyone, we're back.
We're back. How's everyone doing? I think we haven't come up with a name for this podcast
I know we
either.
haven't.
So maybe you guys can leave it in the
In the
comments.
comments, leave it in the comments. What should we name it? What should we call it? What should we be talking about? Other topics as well. And I know we were going to hit the topic about sex, but I feel like there's something more important than that. And just full disclosure, like, this is just for educational purposes. This is to express ourselves as first generation Latinas.
Yeah.
And here it is. I mean, I feel like there's something very important that's going on now, especially politically.
Yeah.
And it hits the heart and it hits home because, I mean, not only is it Father's Day, but it's like
It is.
the whole, this new administration that we're living. And we respect everyone's beliefs. I feel like I come from a very empathetic mother.
Yeah.
My mom has always told me, let there be, let the person have their opinions and you share yours and move it along, and respect everyone's opinions, right?
Yeah.
If this is not for you, you can absolutely scroll down to the next reel. So all respect said, we're going to talk about the topic about immigration and how it basically affects us as first generation Latinas. Did you want to start first, Vanessa? Because you know me, I can chat. And my TikToks, I talked about it before, and I don't want to repeat it. I want somebody else's view.
Yeah. So I do want to start out by this isn't a podcast to divide anyone. I like to listen before I speak. So I think a big reason of why I haven't posted anything is because I always like to educate myself on why people think the way they do. And when I see other people who are very much like, we need to protect the borders, we need to make sure that, these people aren't coming across because they're violent or they're this or that, like, not everyone is realistically. Sure, there might be some criminals coming through like there are from anywhere else also coming through. Even in the US, what do people do when they do a crime? They try to cross the border into another country. I understand that. And I think the biggest way how I perceive it is, if I have a yard and I don't want anyone to get in because I'm a private person too. And realistically, I live in the hood, y'all, okay? I would want a big fence so that I don't have people hopping into my home. So I get that perspective. You don't want other people that you don't know coming into your home because, let's say I have children, or I have, or I live by myself. I'm a woman, like, I would want to be protected. For those reasons, I can understand. But at the same time, if I have somebody who is running in the middle of the street and saying, like, please help me, like, something's happening to me, I would be like, yes, come in. Like, I would call the police. I would try to be a shelter for them, even if it's temporarily, right? And I kind of see it in parallels to the whole immigration thing. I know that growing up, my parents came here as immigrants and illegally. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. My father initially came in through Texas. He came here when he was like 17, and he's been here ever since. He is, how old is he? 65, 66 now. My mom's 70. And both of them came here. My mom came here to give her 3 daughters a better life because she was a single mom and they were starving in Mexico. And my father came here because he had actually lost his mom. He only had his father. He didn't really have much in Guatemala. He kind of fended for himself. And so he said, like, I know there's jobs out there. Like, I'm willing to work. I'm going to go out there. Both of them were really hard workers, faced a lot of discrimination, but they moved past it. They didn't let that get to them. And, it was because of their hard work that I was able to go to college, that I was able to become a behavioral therapist and help a lot of the children out there who have been diagnosed with autism, and there's not a lot of ABA therapists out there now. So it's like you have two people that you do claim are criminals who came here and gave you a gift, or gave the US a gift to help your children out.
To help society out.
Yes, they always implemented the best morals, as I think a lot of the Latino cultura, like a lot of them are very Catholic, have good morals, have that family system.
Values, too.
Yeah,
Great
values. So I know that that's what I've seen growing up. I haven't experienced so much of the criminal. I think the times I did was more so in the US, and it was because of the bad neighborhoods I lived in.
Because of the whole segregation and the division in general.
Yeah.
Not only in Chicago is one of the most segregated cities
It is.
in the country, right? And I feel like what is going on right now with this administration is there's so much division, and the fact that they're trying to basically slide it under the rug. It's wrong. It's literally wrong. And now all I'm going to say is, as my right, and everyone has a right not to disclose who they voted for, what their beliefs are, because we live in the, country of the free. We have freedom of speech. We have different opinions, and that's why I love this country. I consider myself 100% Mexicana, but also with the privilege of have lived in this country that I love because it is my home. Okay? I was born here, and not because I am born here am I going to forget where I come from, because my mom has always told me never to be ashamed of who you are and where you come from, and also respect other people's beliefs. Now, with that being said, as a nation, I respect what everyone decided to go with, right? I voted for love, empathy, kindness for all, right? So the fact that they're now stating that they're sending back criminals and everything, that's what this nation voted for. Let us not forget that. Now let's fix the issue. The issue is that they're now taking away visas from people that are actually good for this country. And guess what? Our economy is going to tank. The children that are experiencing this trauma are going to be scarred for the rest of their lives because of this administration, right? So that's going to raise crime rates in the future. But these are the people, the children that they're separating from their families are the children that are going to be police officers, nurses, like Vanessa. She's an educated, high-valued woman that came from two illegal immigrants. But the product that was made, look at this amazing woman, a worker for our society, and now you're going to mess up these kids' minds, right? How do you think they're going to react towards our government now? How do you think they're going to survive this trauma in the future? Just think about that. In my opinion, and I hope that the president of the United States, I don't know how he's going to see this video, watches this, and I hope he does. You're a businessman. You're a very smart man. I respect you because that's how my mom told me to. She taught me to raise. She raised me the right way. I respect you. I respect everyone. Okay. You're a smart guy. The smartest thing you should do right now is do an amnesty. You can call it the 2025 Trump amnesty, and you're going to be known as the best president of the U.S. history. That's going to finally bring our nation back together as one. That's all I have to say. As crazy as I put it, I'm sorry if I didn't explain it with like oranges and apples. But yeah, and I'm a product of two illegal immigrants that thankfully are now U.S. citizens. And I was brought up with the anxiety of there's a possibility that mom and dad can be taken away from you. Do you know the level of anxiety that brought me? I know this is TMI. This is a lot of information. But there was always a possibility that my mom or my dad could possibly be taken away by this government. Think about that. Think about that. But I still, thankfully, am a hardworking person of this economy and this society. That's all I have to say, guys. Toodles!
See you guys later.